Okay, good morning, everyone. This is Michael Venezia, head trader at TradeView Markets and one of the coaches. It's Monday morning, and you know what? As I've been saying for some time now, it's not really. I don't really believe in that type of seasonality. People in the Hamptons, blah blah blah, all that other type of stuff. But there's a lot going on, and I said for me personally, the last week, well, maybe late last week, a couple of days this week, and going probably until Labor Day, I'll be. Maybe the videos will be somewhat. I'll let everyone know. I'll be communicating, but the videos may be hit or miss, if you will. As I said, I'll let everybody know. I have I was actually a special, be personal. I have a special needs son that's going into college for the first time. So we have a lot of work to do there. A family, couple of big family milestones in next couple of weeks until Labor Day. Just out of coincidence. It didn't matter if it was October, but so I'm counting on. Listen, I'm counting on you guys to help out. Really, everybody's making huge strides, and for at the risk of sounding dramatic, I'm proud of everyone in coaches' videos as well. I mean, he's straight up. He's getting just as much. It's not a contest for a team here, just as much, if not more. Views and just some good quality material that I'm looking forward to going over when I have time to digress and settle down as well. So thanks again, Coach. Bravo, and I appreciate everybody's work here going forward. We're a team here. Look, Microsoft's traded 8 million shares. There's plenty for everybody. It's not. And by the way, I'm not saying that the room is like that. Everybody is very respectful, and even more so. Sometimes things get out of hand trading, but professional, very professional. I'm proud of everyone, not to be dramatic, but we're all, big boys here. But let's go into the routine. Monday being the most important. Let me get into TradeGATEHub. I sign in just like everybody else. And by the way, the thing that's getting the best with everybody is, you're going to be wrong, whatever percent of the time, depending what type of trader you are, and that's fine. It's nothing 45 noted, Lewis. There's nothing wrong with being wrong. There's wrong with staying wrong. But, as I'm posting data that's relevant to everybody's style, for example, let's go into TradeGATEHub this morning and give you an example of all data that I post for every type of spectrum, if you will. So if you just want to take money out of the market, here's the stocks that are moving today. AMC, most active, TQQQ, BBBY. So all these stocks, let's even go today. You know what? I'm going to jump ahead. Well, I'll make one point here. Monday's the most important data. Go over it. That's why we have a YouTube channel. Okay. So let's look at BBBY. You don't even care what the market is doing if you want. So you go to most active and gainers for the market. Okay. So BBBY is most active in the morning. There's no surprise, where the stock has been. I'm not even going to say where I bid it, missed, whatever. I'm not even say where I think about it. But when the stock has, is trading 100 million a day and has a range, it's having 20-30% ranges. Your job is to take money out of that stock. I don't care if it's going bankrupt. I don't care if it's going back to 20. The reason to trade it on, you have to know the basic reasons why it's going up. Short squeeze, everybody's hopping on. It's just a stock to trade, and everybody's been right or wrong in the respective trades within that area, and that's fine. But let's even look at today on a microcosm. See if BBBY right here opens down nice and doesn't have a downtick until 10:04. So you look at the other meme stock, AMC. So everybody's short AMC. It opens down nice. I'm not saying it's going higher or lower, but until the same thing, until 10:15, whatever you want to call 10:15, says the stock goes from 1083 to 1290, whatever, 13. Right. So you have a $2 move. So if you trade and you might go after a couple of other ancillary meme stocks, whatever they call those things. You know what I mean? So those were in play. So getting back to my original chart here, we have something for everybody's style. If that's what you trade, I posted. Also, again, that we go to by the way, all the data is usually in sequence. So even to digress, starting in today, here's the macro picture that we give you. Okay, that's the macro view. Now to go to the micro view, there's short-term sentiment. So that means maybe the macro view is a little bit more bearish, or if you will, on the pullback side. Even the short-term sentiment is a little on the We're all even that today down, the SPY's down 7 and the QQQ's down 7 respectively. So it might be in the green zone. It doesn't mean that the reason that the market might bounce is people might take profits on a short. It's up to you if you want to short a rally or take a position or a stand in something that's holding well. And there are plenty of stocks in respective sectors, again, that are doing them. If you want to, try to concentrate, there are many that are going down nicely. It's not really been working, but there are plenty that have been holding their moving at actually more groups so than stock picking. So there's short-term sentiment. It's up to you. Going again, panic euphoria model. Okay, so if you don't know what to do with this, you just basically gauge where this is the market right here. So when everybody was starting to panic a little bit, the market bounced. So now it's equal. Now more than ever in the past month and a half, it's a bull. I don't think I've used this term, but I think it's a bull versus bear case at this point. Yes, we rallied 20% off the bottom. Technically, we're still, in rough waters, if you want to say. Let's see what, earnings season. Shorting from here on in, longs can take a hike. Joe, but see, you know what? He fits into the room very well. He's certainly not short, certainly not shy. But if you look at, that was funny, Joe. I could have lost my thing here. Okay. So our job is to take money out of the market, not necessarily be right. So as of every Monday, we give you a plan. We give you a Goldman things. We give you sentiment, panic euphoria model. All right. So I'm not panicking yet. What do they call it? Apathetic. I have kind of really no feeling. There is some nice earnings, even best of breeds and big daddies, if you will, that are coming out during the week. I'm excited to play them, and I'm also excited to play the pin action upon them. So, it's certainly, I'm back to where I started saying that there's more trepidation now if I want to add to any existing good positions or wait for a little bit of a dip. Short term, I'm fine. The VIX is a little bit elevated relative to where the VIX has been. There's certainly been movement. It's just, if there hasn't when the VIX has been so calm, it just hasn't been much reversal. You know what I mean? So we'll play it by ear with that. Okay, S&P NDX sentiment. It's if you're Temis, you know what, Lewis? Normally you'd be thinking that Lewis Temis short. It's a very good question. Always good questions. Listen, and this Lewis asked, "What do I think about Temis short?" Now, I have a stamp and a macro view and a stamp and a micro view. It's very clear where your stop is. Even I would go to one. Maybe it does one of those head and shoulders. Your stop is at 148 on the micro term. The micro view in the short term. Don't let it go above there. In long term, I get why you're doing it. It's not just you're throwing a stock out that's weekly. You're just not picking a stock that's up a lot just because it's up a lot. I understand that it's rotational wealth. I like it. It could be one of these, what do they call it? It's ABCs in a long term. Well, it's definitely not. You know what I mean by that. So, like I said, give it the stop if you want. 148. There are better shorts. I see what you see. It's kind of safe, if you will, but if it definitely trends, you'll be in a good position. No. Do I endorse it? Lewis, you know the answer. I would tend to short it more than not. There are better trades. Good eye. That's what I think of it. I think you would. Hi, Coach. And I think it would probably give the same answer, Lewis, by knowing what type of trader you are and knowing. Do you agree on that, Lewis? On giving it the stop at 148. There are better shorts, but this would probably be the level to try. They come in with volume. I don't know. There are better shorts, but we'll see what happens. Getting back to TGH. Okay. Nice trade by Tim today. Monster trade by Boss. Really was. And actually, I was more keen, more honed in on it wasn't really the money. It was more of a really accurate. Yeah, thank you, Lewis. I knew you would. Of a rotational trade. I'm getting closer and closer to stepping the trade in that Forex. I'm not kidding. I'm getting closer than I ever have. But then again, that would lead to 24-hour trading. My wife would divorce me, and any money that I made in FX, I'd probably give to her. So it'd probably be a hedge or it offset. All right, crude and gold. Goldman, conversation with clients. This is good stuff. As everyone should know, and my number one point is the data is consistent. It's not like I'm not here making the fake Goldman conversation for clients. Everybody knows that we pay a lot of money and the data is accurate. So read that. Credit default swaps, the theme the past 2 months. So today, a couple of spotlights, hedge fund exposure. Okay. So this is why we rallied off to 20% off the lows, because as they were pressing the shorts, they finally said, and you know what? It wasn't really that they brought up a lot of the good ones. It was that it was evidence in those type of short squeeze moves. And you know what? A lot of these stocks came down like very quickly too. Shopify, I pointed out this morning. Let's look at Shopify, not on a weekly, but on a daily. The stock looked like you were in the clear above the moving averages, curling up. The stock went from 34 to 45. Now the complete opposite. The shorts got out 45 to 33. Draw the line, break it. It's over. You know what I mean? You had your chance. Twilo, same thing. I can't believe I didn't short this. The NASDAQ, okay, let's look at the NASDAQ QQQQ, whatever that thing is. The Qs. And you had Twilo, which, by the way, I had a position in, a nice one. I believed in it. But I, once again, just like all those other stocks, I didn't have an ego. And I'm not an analyst. And this is the daily on Twilo. As the NASDAQ was ripping, once it broke the bottom at 77, it wasn't a barn burner, but it was a nice hedge against the NASDAQ, 77 to 73. All right, but it was a safe trade, unless they guided or something up, right? So let's keep on our, once again, as the market was going up 20%, once again, keeping in the respective areas, this is what you do. Go to barchart.com, go to stocks, go to 5-day gainers and 5-day losers. So as the NASDAQ is going up, go to the 5-day decliners. If you find a NASDAQ stock in here that's been declining 5 days as the NASDAQ's going up 20%, that's a key. So I'm not even going to go through it now, but SE, by the way, one of them, Asan, ASE, you bastard. I still have some. I'm aggravated. Asan, another one. The NASDAQ was going, look at that, Asan. You thought you were in the clear. 17 to 20. Oh, I'm on the charts. I'm sorry. Asan, you thought you were in the clear. It finally did that nice with volume. Asan, 29 to 19. No chance now. On them all moving averages curling down. If you didn't get out, you're in trouble. Change your position to long-term calls. Or lottos, if you will. It's over. Oh boy, what else? So you know what I mean. What else? BLI. Can I tell you something? BLI. I sold a lot of it. I had a chance to get out of BLI. I'll tell you what I sold exactly 560. BLI. Thank God I sold it too. And please let me go to the daily. BLI. 572 was that lie, and now it's 4. That's amazing. It did that. Really, it's amazing. Futures, something's going up. GDXJ, we took a position in. Now, why did I take a position in GDXJ? Not saying it's a winner. Not saying it's a barn burner. Never made lower lows. Newmont Mining, I was bashing this morning. Now that made a move. Newmont went red to green, as they say. As I see here, it broke yesterday's gap. Let's go to a 5-minute chart. You know what I mean? This is doing a little bit. So I bought GDXJ, which, by the way, has been never be new, the best of breed. So I'm not saying it's going to go. I mean, it might hold it a little bit. It might, maybe I look for 32.5, some sort of strike price, but I like the way it was acting. Relative strength, whatever you want to call it. You guys get the picture. So I took a position in that. You guys were quoting about the China ones. Excellent. I'm proud of everybody. PDD, relative strength, you guys. Joe pointed it out. Brilliant. PDD, relative strength. How about our K-Web? We're not getting hurt in this, are we? We took a little position. It's not going anywhere. And you know what? If it does, it will. But, we'll monitor it. It's better than buying BABA, right? What did BABA do? BABA is the same thing. BABA is the same thing, to answer Lewis's question. But it's going to need a catalyst one way or the other, BABA. That's just not going to turn around on its own. That's a catalyst-driven situation. I'll take all questions. I'm not going to lie to you. If you could tell, I really miss doing the videos. I really did. I really miss doing the videos. I'm not going to overpromise, blah, blah, blah. I miss doing the videos. What am I doing here? Oh, TV markets. Okay. Let's sign it to TradeGATEHub again. GC turned around. BBBY. What a range in this Bed Bath and Beyond. What a range. Don't overtrade it. Okay. Let's go. Let's pause Coach, unfortunately, because I don't want to get distracted. Coach, by the way, the reason why I looked at the GDXJ is, you know what? This is the GDXJ. Coach posted silver. Nice trade, Coach. Here's silver. right? Doing the same thing. Didn't we look at a Newmont? Didn't we look at Newmont? Didn't we look at Newmont doing the same thing? There's silver. There's a long-term silver. Let's, oh, that's slop. What am I talking about? SLV. The SLV, same thing. Let's look at AGQ, the triple, the Lewis, because I know he likes those triple ETFs. AGQ, the triple T ETF on silver. Shorting big tech, it was a good trade, Lewis. It really was. It was. Yeah. Yeah. There is still move around. So what is going to make, okay, let's discuss Lewis. Listen, Lewis asked a couple of good questions about Temis. Let me just finish the routine, and then I'm going to get. Listen, I'd rather answer questions, but I would be doing disservice or being hypocritical if I didn't go through the routine, or just then it wouldn't be time to hit a winner. Game time, inside days, inside weeks. Go through that, guys. Coming up this Monday, coming up the week ahead, giving you a plan. Hedge funds pile $1 billion bet. Is the move over? Maybe. It's like I said before, it's yet to be determined if it's short bear covering or maybe a base for another stage up rally, if you will. Most anticipated earnings, big ones. JD, XPEV, Creme, Nevada, Snow, Dollar Tree, and Piton. Boy, give you a couple of winners and movers. The economic calendar again for the day, ever so important. Pre-market movers. Nerve. You know what? Nerve should, with what's going on in the market right now. You know what I knew with Nerve? Nerve should have been up 50%. They should have, Nerve should have, there's the chart on Nerve. Once I knew Nerve after the news was up 10 cents and you could have bought all you wanted, I knew it was a no issue. That's why I didn't bring it up. And the stock with news, when considering all these stocks short squeezing, it's going to, the 10, 15 cent range. It's a letdown. But it wasn't major news that would make it. There was an excuse for them to squeeze. It was just that they submitted something. It wasn't any ruling. Believe me, trust me. I know the Nerve news. Silver bouncing. Mike underestimated gold weakness. I underestimated gold weakness. Okay, maybe I did. GLD. All right. GLD. All right, it is what it is. Yes, corrections, bought Square. No, that was positive. That went from positive to negative. Now, if the Square goes from, how it made that bounce from Square from positive, was down, then it went positive. It goes back positive again. That's a good sign. I'm not saying it's, that's the bottom, but that's a good sign, at least short term. Joe, but nice trace BBBY. All right, my bid, I missed it. I was bidding 3,000 BBBY at where? Here's the thing. 82.62. What's the low on BBBY today? BBBY. 551, is that right? I thought I missed it by 20 cents. No, I wasn't even close. Whatever. Still room for down, saying last week 1740, coach. All right, NASDAQ. Let's get Lewis's question. Is there still more room to the downside? So when I think about that question, I don't care if I'm at a party and whatever, or I'm looking in front of my screen. I have to have an answer. So is there more room to the downside? Lewis on tech. Let's look at the cues. This is what I would do if I was asked that question. I look at the cues. All right. It's one of these things you have to be determined. The catalysts for the upside are running out. Why? It's coming to the end of earnings season. We did make a nice move off the bottom, if you will. I just kind of see few catalysts ahead. Naturally, the Fed is going to be the one now and foremost in the background, driving the NASDAQ. I think going back to even like something like an Apple. I mean, I would like to say I leave this to professionals. Is yet Apple's the one you want to buy on a dip. If you look at Microsoft, MSFT, come on. You know what I mean? It's below the 200. It's almost a case by case basis. And I say I'm sounding hypocritical, because the indices are what's leading down. Are leaning down. I don't know. There's Newmont, though. I know Newmont's going higher. Unity Software now is broken down everywhere. Twilo breaking lows. PayPal hanging in there. Square, I bought the wrong one. Let's look at Snap that it made the move like that. Now I wouldn't touch Snap with anybody's money. Below a gap, now below the MAV, move has been made. TTD. I'm going to buy that. You're right, I am at the 200 day. That's right. TTD, I'm going in. There's no question about it. Google breaking all moving averages, right? No good. Let's look at our Amazon. All right, it's got to hold it. No, it's case by case basis. It might be even rotation. Let's look at the EMPH. All right, they get a, if that breaks down or goes below and makes that rounded top or whatever you want to call it. Coach has all the vernacular. XBI, I'm going to buy. I'm not going to lie. XBI is the one I'm going to buy. Lewis asked about the T key, the Qs. It's. I will say something. I don't have an opinion. See you tomorrow too, Coach. I don't have an opinion necessarily on the NASDAQ in general. But notice the stocks that did break down when the NASDAQ rallied 20%. Apple didn't. Roku did. Netflix didn't. Twitter hung in there. Pins, things like that. Go by. Shopify did. Twilo did, like I was saying up. So, I think we've all learned this, a couple of times around now that when I think the market is going to bounce, even you, Lewis, you have to admit you're not going to be even buying Twilo, and I don't think you could be buying Roku. I know that you're going to be trying to buy a PayPal. You should be looking to buy Roblox. It's over now. Made the move. AMD. So let's go back to AMD. Nevada has earnings this week, so we're going to stay away from those. ON Semiconductor. That's the one, but it's a crowded trade, but it's still going to work. GFS, Tesla, hanging in there nicely. I'm telling you, that should be one too. Tesla hanging in there. JD, sold it. I still like it kind of to a degree. PDD, range bound, just like BABA. Looks like the BABA, right? Look, JDD, BABA, same thing. BBBY now going down. Ape, Upstart, same. How about DraftKings squeezing down? That might be okay. How about Chewy, another one that they and Etsy. Let's look at Chewy and Etsy's chart. Chewy and Etsy. Here we go. Etsy. Holding maybe one to consider just for the algo techno reasons. Chewy. But on Etsy and Chewy, same situation. Although Etsy, they're both below the 200-day. Lennar, CF, that's not positive. CF. Why aren't we buying CF here? Why aren't we buying CF here? Or why aren't we buying Moss at 55? Why aren't we buying MOS with the cup and handle? With building a little, why are we buying MOS? That's the one. General Motors, UAL, I said is having trouble. UAL, boom, draw the line, it's over. Oh, you know what I mean. Uber, get to the nice move, right back down below the 200-day. You might fill the gap and make a nice trade off the 50-day for a half a point or a point, but then people are still stuck. You know what I mean? Uber went from 33 to 28. I was in it. See you tomorrow, Coach. I'm looking forward to it again. Anybody have any questions? I think well, let's, you know what? Let's look at the wise guys are doing. Lead it off. They'll tell you what's going on a Monday. BTU put calls. Not interested. No interest. Pardon. PPC bearish. OPEC might tighten. CCL bullish. AR energy. This AR is a sexy stock that was on there a couple of weeks. AR energy. This is what I look at AR energy. You should know AR energy because it's been on the Jesus people. AR, they like it. Oil. Well, what else? Snap. It's AR. I see a lot of AR here. I see a lot of BTU. BTU, I see a lot of. Is the move over? Do we buy it on a pullback? Did it broke the, do we buy it on a pullback BTU? It's not the sexiest thing, but if you're a trader and want to get involved, that's a stock you look to take money out of every day. You know what I mean? Not sexy, but you could trade it. EW. That was one of my better positions. Did I sell an EW? EW. Ooh, look at EW. I sold that nicely. You know what? I'm going to go back in that as a core. Live trading. I'm going to buy some for the fund. Right here. Long-term hold, blue chip. I'm going to add to it. I'm going to buy 10% of what I want to buy. GDXJ going Devon. I'm up in that now. Where's Devon? Devon Energy. Here we go. Giddy up. Nobody like the Devon trade right here. The low, 65.60. Now it's hopefully holds this little gap today at 67.80. Maybe we get so high as 68. That's my trade on Devon. Thanks, Mike V. Nice trade, Mike V. I'm only kidding. Boom. All right, guys. What else are we doing? All right. Any questions? Like I said, SC, you put it up earlier. You know what? I'm going to tell you something. But thanks, Joe. Listen, every time SC does this in a similar pattern, you see there's a lot of volume here, similar thing when it came down like that. came down like that, volume bounced. But listen, I don't know if it's going to go back to the stock that I want to have in my portfolio anymore. I think it's a trade here. Listen, where is it? 64.80. You give it 64. I would like it this. Yeah, Devin, nice. I like this SE. Exxon's positive, by the way, too. Good eye, Lewis. EOG's positive. Somebody bought SLB, Slob as we call. Nice trade on that one. Look at SLB. Forget all that questions. Look at Slob now. And I look, you know what? Halliburton, a laggard. I looked at Halliburton before. When I looked at SLB, SLB is the one to be in. Matter of fact, SLB, excuse me. SLB is going in the portfolio as we speak. Fact. Hold on. Live trading here. Live fund trading. Do I have to like register or something? SLB. It's allowed. James will tell me if we're allowed. Let me buy some SLB. The water, like 2,000 SLB as a starter. What else did I say? EW? Yeah, I'll buy a little EW. 200 shares of EW to start. It works. 200 shares of EW. Believe me, we could do a lot more. We did buy Devin this morning in the fund. Nice was the TTD. TTD doing anything? Okay, my TTD. A tech stock, by the way. I'm going to be wrong before I'm right. I'm getting close to it now. TTD. Yeah, I like it here. I like it here. I'll do a little TTD for the family. Hold on. Please have any other questions for me too as I put some live orders in. Believe me, I could do a lot. That's what I do. Somebody's telling me to buy RRC. All right, well, thanks for the trade. Why don't you tell me at 34? Just ran $1.50. RRC. Well, you know what? Maybe it's not all. You know what? I saw a lot of calls going off in SU. What is always lag? RRC is going with natural gas. That's why RRC. So RRC. I go to what are the other nat gas stock? I look at SWIN. EOG is part of the nat gas. I look. You know what? Even FCX has some sneaky nat gas. Is that doing anything? BHP actually. How about BHP? You know, BHP. It's an EDR, but that's what I think of when I hear that. What else we move? Wise guys, what are they doing? I'm live now. I'm hot. I enjoyed Oxy getting frisky. Another one telling me. Okay, I'm sharing. Am I sharing? I got to share. Share. Jesus feet. Hold on. Share. Jesus feet. What's going on? Oh, you know what I'm going to do? So when I see things go, this is a new show. Hold on. This is what you guys should be doing as you see things moving. Right here. Hold on. Boom. 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 Share. The share. Share. Right here. Very simple. You should have the stock be. Stock's moving up now. It's 11:28. Go by time. So what's moving up out? AR. Okay. I'm glad this came up. This is not Pat Michael on the back hour. Let's go to right here. Where is it? Stock's moving up now. AR. Where is it? The fucking thing. AR. That Unity Software moving up now. AR was on the Jesus feed, right? For going with call options. So we're on the same box. CDV, IMP, all oils moving up. Apache, you moving up, but that was a while ago. So it doesn't tell me stock's moving down now. We'll go by time. How could that be happening? AR must be very volatile at the moment. AR is volatile at the moment. Moving a lot. All right, so AR is moving. All right, so let's look at up on relative volume. Bottom line, if I'm leaving right now for lunch, the last thing I do, up on relative volume, high relative volume right here. Okay, SMTT, SGFY was a takeover via PDD. Bravo, Joe. Bravo. Nice eye. Cano. Okay, look at this Cano. Here you go, guys, right here. Let's go to TradeGATEHub. Okay, I'll leave it with this. It's almost a drop the mic moment. That was how long? 2 hours ago. Cano calls flying. That was 2 hours ago. Let's look at Cano. And here's Cano. Can lead you to the water. Listen, it's up to what what's working. Add to. It's not get rid of. Cano. I did it 2 hours. Stock went from 5 to 580. Okay, stock's in play. PDD is shit. Complete shit. Listen, Joe. One thing I know about you, not shy. It is. Oh no, look at that, 50 to 47. All right, then sell it. Move on. You know what I mean? Next, got to sell it. We'll make money other ways. That's okay, Joe. You're in it. Something's moving up now. Devin back down. Devin back down. I mean, that's flagging. SC is shit. Excuse my vernacular. P. Let's get square going. What do we need? Coin. That stinks. Devin. CF is the one. CF is the one. CF. DLO is positive. That's in the fund. DLO needs more. Siga. Bass. Citicorp. Microsoft not doing anything. Ugh. CF is the one. So the CF. I'm glad you laughed, Joe. You know what I mean? We're all in the same boat here, kid. Okay. Well, any other questions? I'll leave it at that. You know what I mean? So I'll post earnings. Right now it is 11:30 on a Monday. The stocks, this is where I see on the spot. Oh, you know what? I'll post the new plan or the late date plan. Coming. See all these stocks right now are going down. GC AMC is breaking low and they're taking the better breeds up. This BWV got me, this bastard. Fuck you. NER, Nerve. I hope that's Nerve. Nerve is squeezing now. Nerve is squeezing now with volume. Now, what do we need when I see Nerve? This is the, thanks, Joe. Now I go to this chart. Nerve over 380 we want. The daily, let's go to 12, 380. Let's go to 1 hour chart. Hold on. Let's go to the 22-minute chart. Nerve. 5-minute chart. Nerve. All right, we got Nerve now. Okay, we only need 7 on it. What's moving? I gotta take some GDXJ came to a complete halt. Thank you. Bum. Guys, any questions, Lewis? Okay, I'll leave it there, guys. All right. So let me leave it with this. Most important feature we have on TGH is right here. The YouTube channel. Always go on Mondays. Play Mondays twice. Go to videos. We're very proud of our 1,600 subscribers and growing. This is it, guys. This is our DNA. And maybe if you take some time and go back for the newer viewers and review some videos, you'll get an idea what we go about. So you'll get more familiar to the process. So as we get as things get more intense on a day-to-day basis, you can be with us instead of trying to learn. So with that, we appreciate everybody's attention. It's only a Monday. You're not going to make or break, as coach says, just like on a Friday afternoon, the whole week. So I'll be back to have a plan. And thanks for I went through what everybody says, as you know I do. So thanks for everybody communicating later last week. So we'll have a plan. We'll get ready. Cheers.